Okay, I think we're live for a little bit of a stream this evening. Happy Wednesday. Hey everyone, let me just fall out of the sky here. So the server went through a little bit of a patch day today. Some things have been updated and it looks like the server is better for it. Some mods have been refreshed and kind of brought to their latest version, which has helped greatly with my rubber banding. And today, I'm going to try and get some actual building done here very, very quickly. I need a garden shed. That's kind of like a big thing that I want to kind of put together here. So I just got to try and find a spot where it might make sense to do said garden shed. Originally, I was going to put it towards this final plot, but I might end up kind of putting it more over here by the cellar and everything. 3. How do I want to do this? I could just shift this path over a little bit. Give me enough room right here for the shed. It's probably going to be the least invasive construction that we'll be able to do. First things first, let's harvest some of our rift blooms. Boom, 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 boom. Very good. A lot of little resources here. There we go. Great. Hopefully we got some good amount of seeds back from that. If you harvest with your wand rather than your knife, you tend to get more yield back on here. So let's do this. Oh, I misplaced that. Do I get a seed back if I break it? I do not. I definitely do not. There we go. Berry syrup. Alright, I'll store these fibers and dust in here. So you can see we almost have quite a lot of this stuff stored up. So I'm pretty excited for that. Is there anything that I can do with these to like break them down for materials? That would be honestly really good, but I don't think so. All right, garden shed. I think the last time we did the garden shed type thing, I think we used birch. I think a nice bright wood might look good here. We've been doing a lot of kapok and oak, so something a little lighter I think is in order. First things first, we gotta kind of move this staircase and pathing. For some reason, everyone's talking about desserts. Grab some soil to fill some of this in. All right, let's lay this out. I want it right on the corner here. 2, double door, boom, boom. So something like that. Nice 5 by 3 interior space. Okay. That kind of tells me where the path back to the mill's gonna sit. So we will set it right here. Okay. Let's go up to the second level on this, and then we'll just stick the roof on top of that. That will give us plenty of room for the interior space. I might need to go cut down some birch. Yep, need to cut down some birch. Look at all that fog. That's pretty. Down that way. Let's see, we have a lot of maple this way, but I'm hoping that I have some birch this way too. Our birch tends to be a little bit more coastal to these rivers in our little biome area. But we will have to turn them into planks for some walls and other little tidbits. Plenty of birch bushes, less birch trees, that's for sure. Come on, there's got to be some more birch around. Birch is like a super common tree in this game. Birch, birch, birch. Birch Reynolds. There's a couple over this way. I think there's a beehive in this tree, but I don't need it. Oh, no. Okay, guess it was another tree. You can just hear the bees going, though. Guess we're gonna need to plant some birch around. I definitely prefer birch over maple when it comes to building with. It's just a nice, good, light wood. Maple is like my least favorite by far. The seed for birch, though, is fairly easy to get with all the birch shrubs that are around. Just hack those down with some shears. You can get a few seeds out of them. And then grow the full-size tree. It's just interesting, all the shrubs tend to be this birch material rather than another tree type. Also, what is up with this slope? This hillside is brutal. Birch tree. Go over here. I feel like I could have gotten birch somewhere else than this island. Oh, shoot! Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Jesus. I feel like all my birch slid down here from this tree. It did. Alright, how many rocks are going to fall on our head on this one? Yeesh. I'm just gonna kill myself from the dirt. Get me out of here. Alright, so we got, what, 3 stacks of birch? That's not that bad. Good enough, I think. Alright, I think we're gonna munch on some cranberry juice. And our new flax is doing well. I think we might be ready to harvest the bees. Nope. Let's replace some ropes that I use for some straw bales. Make some new first aid stuff. Gather up our horsetail. Replant the horsetail. Little herb garden has been well for us, keeping just the rustic bandages flowing. Let's get a couple more of these. All right, let's saw some planks. First thing is first, we'll store the excess because I think I only need 8 logs worth of planks. Could be wrong, never know. 8 should be enough to get us some basic walls though up. Let's get these put away. Grab our saw. Start sawing away. Grab a piece of bread. Okay, so my general garden shed layout is using usually slab blocks for a lot of the walls. I just like the thinner kind of footprint it leaves. I think I will have just a single door in and out, though normally I feel like garden shed would have a double wide. It'll just give me some more storage space if I don't have to deal with a double wide entryway. Yeesh. Dick. I think I like having the double window over to the corner post. Then roof-wise, let's get the vertical elements. Just real quick. Some building dirt. Always gotta have a good supply of building dirt, you know? Okay, boom, boom. I wonder if I have any lead left for some leaded window panes. I'll probably start with just half panes, just because we have the glass available at least. Alright, let's replace this with some sort of gravel maybe. Let's go over to storage. Gravel's nice for a little, you know, a little interior. Makes it feel a little rustic. I think if I throw that here, I'll be able to actually put my gravel pathway up here again. So that means I should probably get rid of this cliff section altogether. We'll have to put some cobblestone here to kind of shore that up. But that's okay. All right. Let's do some roof. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, shoot. Takes way more planks than I remember. Alright, let's go cut some more boards down. Oh, nice. Temporal gear. Take that. Drink a little bit more juice. So yeah, the orchard we planted last stream seems to be growing in nicely. We have, I think 7 of the 9 pear trees we planted actually grew, which is a good ratio. So if you take a look down into our valley, here's all the black currant shrubs and rows. Our pear trees, kind of in the middle by the water. And then our blueberries are coming in now. Hold on. I think I see something I want over here. Not you, Jeff. I mean, you know, you're okay to have around. Nice. It's a researchable pylon. So we'll grab that. Goal is to eventually store up enough pylons that we have them all discovered. So if we take a look, all these blue ones are the ones we have harvested and charged and meditated at. So that's why our mana, even though our level in magic is so low, that's why we have so much mana. And the more that we have researched and stored here for later, because I do want to put them around magical items and things. They are kind of this cool, floaty magical item. That means the more that we run into that we already researched off of, we'll be able to tear down for actual materials and the occasional rare item drop and stuff. Which will be cool. That'll be cool. Right, guys? Real cool. Did we just crash the server? Or is it No, it's not restarting. Did I just lose internet? Don't think so. Bad connection, server overloaded / crashed. Let me pop out here. General, what did we do? Okay, who did it?
Who did what?
The server's down? Which elf
It is?
do I get to blame this time?
Nobody.
Nobody?
The
It's
server's
Saint's
up.
fault. It's Saint's fault. No, it's up.
Huh. I got full disconnected.
Yeah, I lost connection too. We've got
Oh, maybe that's why my thing isn't working.
probably.
Why am I still in it then?
Oh, hang
there's-
on. That's why I'm hammering this this oak tree, and it's not going down.
I come in here and you
Aw.
guys are having issues, and then you're just like, oh no, server's
No,
fine,
I
as
didn't
you
want-
cut down invisible trees over and over. Server's fine. Server's
It's
fine.
Red's fault. It's totally Red's fault.
Host not responding. Oh my god, General, what are you doing?
I'm kicking everyone right now.
That's one way to
Oh.
control Ithania. Alright.
Object reference not set to instance of an object for something in Rustbound. It looked like before it just straight just crashed.
I mean, it could have been the pet again?
Possibly.
Because I don't...
Uthris, can you ask Darkwing to bring back those little blocks for me? Because I think he forgot he had them, and I need them for the fence thingy.
Maybe.
Please, pretty please.
Right. Server is starting up. No, I don't want you to compact that back up.
And I thank him very much for coming over and helping me.
Did we update Rustbound 2, General?
No, Rustbound was in the latest version.
Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. Well, no, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't going crazy.
No, I was having issues I was trying to eat a piece of bread because I was dying and I couldn't. I'm literally like cramming bread in my mouth and it's not
Well,
doing anything. And I'm
I
like,
thought you were crazy, but it was actually us.
Okay.
And I didn't understand why my picture wasn't taking.
Rip.
Well, give us a minute. We're starting up again.
I figured this
I'll
would
give
be
you
the
a whole
quickest.
minute. A whole minute.
Yeah,
Well,
I
the
mean,
save is-
I just meditated in Rustbound Magic against a researchable block, so it could have been me, but that it hasn't crashed the server before.
Yes. Oh, should have known.
It's usually the freaking
It's
pet.
coming back up.
You crashed it.
Mm.
Bad hamster.
Now I is in here yelling at me.
If I could find a way to turn the pets off, I would.
It might be in the config of wristbound.
It's
Miss Shelley.
Come on, Bruce.
it's not unless you have to add a line to it, and I don't know what the code is to add the line because I went through it the other day. Because I was just gonna turn it off the day that you were trying to smite it with lava, and I'm like, well, if I just turn it off, it just prevents the issue.
I mean, let's be honest. That plan was golden. Okay, that plan was golden.
I mean, literally, because it's Golden's pet.
Yeah.
Alrighty, and everybody's connecting. Literally, everybody's connecting.
Yep. Yep.
I
Okay,
mean,
cool.
I'm trying.
Good luck surviving.
Thank you.
Actually, not good luck because you guys are actually just killing it, so that's fine.
With thriving.
You are. Good job. I'm proud of you guys.
Hey, we actually have muffins and stuff now. You know, we never. It's always Athenia delivering, sweet treats to us. Now we can make them on our own.
Wow. Someone learned how to read a cookbook. And all my stuff's gone. Okay, well that's fine. I'll just rebuild it. Bye. Okay, cool. Also, how's it going, John? Haven't seen you in a little while. Been keeping busy flying around. I felt like I lost planks, but that's okay. We'll manage. Let's keep that one off so I can actually climb up here. See, going well. I live in Texas as of 2 days ago. Oh, wow. Move for work, I assume. Or maybe you just wanted to move to Texas. Who knows? Either way, hope you found work. You know, you don't want to move and be like, ugh. There's no jobs here. Beware the Muffin Man, yes. Beware, beware the Muffin Man. Work needed down here. Nice. What are you flying nowadays? The same one that you had linked, or a different one? Also, since I don't have the image up, I forget if it was a turboprop or a small jet. I just don't remember. I just know it was a plane. It flies through the air. Oop, oop. One, two, three, four. Okay. Don't tell me it's 2 per. Oh, that's an awful ratio. Petroliner is the name. Twin turboprop. Okay, yeah. The twin engines have to be the fun ones to fly. Also, it's probably pretty comforting to probably know that you have a little bit of redundancy there. In case anything goes off, you know? Bloop, bloop. Alright, just need 2 more little roof pieces, and then we have this. What's the cruise speed of that one, the Metroliner? Also, what are you hauling? Like medical stuff or private charter? I guess private charter you could haul kind of anything in a way. whatever they're chartering you for. $300 mph. Woo! You're cooking. Alright, I need some more oak boards and some more birch. Any cargo? Okay. How much, what's your max cargo weight you can bring up? I'm just quizzing you now at this point. But it is pretty interesting. I mean, it's a twin turbo, so if I had to guess, it's probably like, if I had to guess, at least 1,000? At least? But that's if you can get the weight distribution right. Because I would assume at least it would have like 5 seats. 2,500, okay. I was off by a factor of 2. Boom. Let's get... Gonna have to... Do I have any more of the... Oh, I do have some support beams from the unfinished thing. Okay, let's get some panes. We need 2, 4 panes. Two seats in the whole plane. Altitude of the airport means we can't always take full cargo, full fuel. Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, if you're in Texas, at the new place, I assume the altitude's pretty low. Right? I can't... Like, when I think of Texas, I think of flat. But maybe that's... I mean, Texas is such a huge state, there's probably huge mountains there, too. Probably just depends on where you're at. 4,000 foot in El Paso. Okay. How you liking the heat? Which doesn't help, yeah. I think I have a plane. I'm gonna try and bump this out a little bit. Give some depth to the beam there. This dry is so much better than Louisiana, yeah. No, I was down in Louisiana visiting my brother since he moved down there. And stuff, and boy, oh, that was hot. Oop. Okay. There we go. That way we get some depth to this. Should have made it a strip log, honestly. That way we wouldn't have the bark on the inside visible, but that's okay. Okay, well, let's try some support beam details. Always like me a good old windowsill. Kind of like that. How's things been for me? Oh, pretty good, man. Working, trying to plan a trip up to West Virginia. See some folks. I do want to get back into flight sim again a little bit, but I'm worried that the new one is still in just an awful state. I just don't know. Well, I mean, shoot, you're... I mean, do you even want to do flight sim when it's your job? I don't know. Sometimes that's a tough thing to do. That's my new house? I mean, we've lived in a house in this game that's decently sized like this, but no, this is the garden shed. I tend to kind of make this thing nowadays. It becomes pretty quaint, honestly. I really like them. So this is where I can store some things, my watering can, even though I kind of like the fact that I kind of leave it on these flat rocks out here. You know, I can store my watering can in here. Probably my scythe, my threshing tools will probably get stored in here. Maybe just leaned up against this. That way I don't need racks or anything. I still might make some for the small hand tools for farming. Hey, Apothic. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Alright, so we got a hoe. Hoe. Let's see, we got scythe, got pitchfork, and threshing tool. So that stuff's kind of there. Been catching up on your live streams here so far. Your showcase of the garden mod really got me into the farm design all day in your single player world. Wow, nice. I am happy to hear that. That is always cool when people get kind of inspired by what we're doing here. Alright, let's grab... So we have a creaser tool and a ridge tool. These are for flax processing. It's a little bit hard to see. Okay, there we go. I'll probably do what I normally do, so let's grab a couple barrels. Would like my composting barrels. Kind of in here. Tonight's stream, you know, we're working on a little garden shed. It's just a nice little storage utility building for The garden area. I might finally shore this up. Get a little bit of a roof awning over our cellar. Punch Jeff in the face. I gotta rework the path up to the windmill and things like that. I started a small project over here since we are going to be building like either a estate home or a small keep castle bailey. So we need to flatten this hillside down a little bit. Probably at least down to that level, so I have room to kind of build back up at some point. But I'm hoping that's going to be very pretty when we get there. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be able to finish all this in one stream or anything like that, but, you know, we just putt around. There's some gardening that we need to do. As well, our carrots are kind of coming in slowly. And then I need to harvest all of our parsnips that are ready to seed up. Onions are taking their sweet time. And then we have all these cabbages to harvest as well for some seeds. Alright, there we go. We got some nice composting barrels. I might make a shelf. I generally kind of do that in this design. Kind of have a shelf here. Working on your single player homestead alongside while we do the thing. Hey, yeah, no, that's cool. Rock on. And then I need to build a shelf up here for more storage. Might do some barrel storage here as well. I would put my composting bins in the shed, but the problem with that is just simply the composting bins are, if I put them inside, right, they're not going to compost very fast. So, yeah, I have to kind of keep them out here. I kind of want the shelves to be different wood. That way they stand out. Does it make outdoor composter with layers of sticks being the roof of the area? Oh yeah, that'd be cool, yeah. Okay, and then we'll chisel these down and around. That gives us some shelving. And then I normally do this little trick here where I have a little ladder to represent, you know, number one, it allows us to kind of get up here, but also kind of the end of this shelf so it's supported. That's fine. Could have some more stuff here. I might do a chest. Well, maybe I should do a chest up here. Could do some crates as well. Don't know. Alright, let's get these down. Strawberry. Yeah, but they decay a little bit, right? So I can't rely on them to be there. Unless I turn them into hay bales, which I have been doing. So, like, I could grab a couple hay bales. The problem is, it's not going to sit flush here. I mean, I could also just do... No, that doesn't look good. But that. No. that. That's okay. I mean, if you guys have watched my hardcore series, you have definitely seen this shed design before. I'm just building it from memory. I think this is probably the third time I've made this specific shed. I don't think I grabbed the pantograph. No. That's fine. Chisel sound is relaxing. I'll have to get some sort of support. So it depends if I want to store something on this piece of table here. Because if I do, that means I can't support it with a chisel block here. Could just do support beams for this one if I wanted, maybe. Nope. Can't do that. It's going to stick through like that. But yeah, this way we can fit underneath the shelf. That's nice. Up for now. Pancake out of doghouse yet? No. Look, it's a nice, beautiful weather. You know, he's just lounging around, being a lazy dog that he is. You know. Don't worry, he'll have his lordly doghouse eventually. How we looking over here? Pretty good. Tell you what, having this new field on this side really finishes our field layout. And then having the nice cool little rows for our berry bushes is really helping too. Makes this place look a lot more settled. Let's grab some bread. Let me check my cranberries. I was drying some, but I don't think they were going to dry faster than they were going to spoil. Fresh for 70 days, or 7 days, 60% dry. That's not that bad. Should dry out. Tell you what, it's kind of nice, like coming out of the cellar, and you're like building, building, building. Right? A little bit of a trifecta. I would have liked to potentially store seeds in here, but I don't think that's viable from like a just pure storage standpoint. Greenhouse has a nice look, thanks. And there's still some work, like this side needs some more beams on it to match the other side. This is the look I'm kind of going for on the exterior side walls, but and then we need some more beams up top for the panels. Rees will fill new frames in 7 days. Okay. Wish it would told me harvestable frames 3. Alright, so out of the 10 frames that are in here right now, we're about 30% full on this beehive. So it's working through it. Let me get something here. These. Without having to get the better ruins mod, I ended up running across an abandoned mine. It's got up to a titanium in there, and I'm currently mining out enough iron to have to read. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we have better ruins as well. Like this is a better ruin all the way up here. There was a mine, I think, on one of these rivers. My map is kind of out of date. As you can see, there's it's been kind of patchwork together. Okay. Yeah. Keep getting sidetracked. There we go. I wanted to shore up this little shoreline since the river kind of came up a little closer than I wanted it to originally. I think it makes sense to kind of have a little bit of a retaining wall on it. I'll have to take it all the way to there, I think, but Actually, no, wait. Because of this shelf, I can't put anything here anyways. That's fine. I think I have a big flower pot I want to put up here. Just maybe do watering can on the table. Flower pot down here. And what flower should we use? I really like the lily of the valleys right now. Requires fertile ground. Do I have to put dirt in this? Clay vessel planter. Ingredient for... Okay, yep. Yep, okay. The lupine are pretty. I have a couple in here. Yep. About like that. Propagate every flower you come across. I mean, it's important if you want to do alchemy too. Some of the alchemy potions are crazy, crazy strong. So if you spend some time doing that, I mean, you'll be better off for it for sure. Do I have any... I think I will use... That is true. I think I'll use these. Let's grab our copy. Something we need to do today, by the way, is mine for some basic copper and stuff. We are sorely lacking for material. That's okay. I fiddle with the words up to iron and realize this isn't something I can offer via here, but I would have could. I mean, I got iron, but I need copper because it's just a good thing to make plates out of for lanterns and stuff. Because this place will need a little bit of a lantern to keep some light in it. All right. Well, I think. For now, that's okay. You know, we got something down real quick. It's functional. Let me Do I have any lead? If I have lead, I'm going to upgrade those to leaded panes. I might even have some stored. Oh, yeah, I have 2. How about over here? Do I have any lead? Very, very little. I do have some ingots. Oh, yeah. That'll do it. Oh, shoot. The wood matters? Since when? Oh, God dang it. Whatever. There we go. Looks a hair more proper. Yep. All right, let's just store all this stuff. Board oak. Is this an open server? It's a server for members of my YouTube community at the moment. So that's just kind of how it is. But we have a fair amount of people online. You know, anywhere between 10 and 20 people online, kind of on the day-to-day. So if you guys do want to join the server, just become a member today, join our Discord, and then you'll be able to see the minimum amounts, all that's needed. I think it just helps that, you know, having a dollar entry barrier just kind of keeps the riffraff kind of out, you know? We have about 86 mods. It is June. So we are in the summertime. I need to make some of the new weapons we installed today. Since I'm just tired of the Falks. But yeah, you know, I'm kind of building solo. There's some other groups of people though. So like Cade's building solo down here. My girlfriend's building up here. So, you know, me and her kind of help out each other a lot. We got the Elven Empire, Ithania, up here. We got... what do we got? We got Danjal up here by himself. We have Jur and Robkin up here. They actually have a road from Spawn south to them, so they're kind of a good stopping point. Packwolf's over here, which I don't think I've seen his base. We got Booster living over here. You can tell where I've been since we updated the map back to the default to avoid some crashing that was happening. So you can see I've kind of admined around in a couple spots. I haven't been everywhere again, but stop it. Jeff, get some help. World Troll stream in the future? Yeah, we end up kind of putting around a little bit here and there, but you know, I'm sure we'll do a tour. Definitely at the end of the server, but I don't think right now there's a crazy amount to show off besides Athania from like a finished look perspective. But since it's evening, I'm gonna go up to Ashley's. Because she usually has a lot of portals over in her area, and they usually have some loot for my mage stuff. We ride. Hello.
Hello.
Is this new cheese?
No, that's old cheese.
It's old cheese. It's being aged.
What you doing?
I came for your portals. Old cheese is better, this is true. We need to make like a mushroom cave for our farm, by the way. How's your new cellar?
Good.
Nat flooded, that's always a positive.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want my blossoms? My blooms?
Your doubloons? Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Ridge just barred into random homes. Oh, please. I helped build this thing, okay? This giant horse barn. Horse colt. Yeah, yesterday we were running around here playing Lon Lon Ranch music. It's not from anything specific. It's just like kind of a show ring stables with a circle pin, whatever this thing's officially called as well. It's not a corral. It's called something else. Oh, nice. Okay, not researchable, but that's fine. We'll get materials out of it. Not researchable. Again, fine. We'll just get materials out of it. We take those. Ah, nice. The apple trees I planted for are growing. They took. Did all of them take? I don't think so. I feel like I planted more than 4. You remember 4? Okay, maybe it was only 4. Any other cool portals? Loot? I mean, I'll take the combat XP too. Oh no. Oh no, Jeff. Jeff pissed off a sheep. Jeff killed a sheep. Sheep might kill me! Your sheep got into a fight? The sheep is fine, but Jeff lost. Jeff threw a rock and hit the sheep.
Yeah. That happens.
Oh, your pigs grew up. This game has strippers? Yeah, boy. Yeah, it's a mod that lets me unequip and re-equip my armor with a hotkey. Like this. I have it set to a weird binding right now, so... Don't go into pens with the sheep when Jeff decides they choose to unalive themselves. True. It's a good mod. Yeah, it's a good mod. Athenia was using it, and I was like, well, you know, that might give me more of a reason to get some nicer clothes. You know? Wear something that isn't just my default outfit, so I can, like, walk around. And then, if I need to, quickly throw on my armor. I need some more inventory space because it does take 3 slots, which is kind of high. Bunny. Oh. Oh no, that was like the first time I did it. Hopefully it doesn't do that too much. Oh no. I just got my first horse stutter.
Oh, really? That sucks.
Yeah. First horse stutter. Not bad considering like how much it was happening before, but still. Oh shoot, my stutter might be back. What is going on? Wonder if it's a memory leak thing too. Yeah, the Athenia backpacks would be good, but I don't have the sturdy leather to make them. Now, granted, I might be able to trade Athenia for some, but at the same time, like, I don't have anything that they really want, and so they'll just take pity on me and trade me them for basically free, you know. Yep. Horse got jumps indeed. Oh God. Okay, back home. We got some loot out of that, which is nice. We got the light scroll. How long does this last now? Fades over time. Color can be changed. I wish the light spell was better. Like, I don't think it lasts very long. I mean, granted, this is just light 1. Timer. Okay, it's 15 minutes now for light 1. That's not awful. That's a lot better. That's basically half a day or a quarter of a day. Kind of wish I knew what the light level was. I guess strength is just tier 1. Can I destroy it? Nope. Okay, get rid of that. Yeah, it's great for some temporary light sources for sure. Hey, Pancake. Hey, buddy. Look at all of our black currants coming in. The blueberries still aren't fully grown, though. They definitely take a long time to pop in. And my red grapes are flowering, which is good, because I almost have enough for 64 new red grapes. Alright, I wanted to go mining. I have enough inventory for it. So actually, that light spell might be handy here. I think I have another one. Yeah, we'll take our light spell. Take some food with us. Grab some more juice. And we'll take the horse, because it just saves on resources. To take the horse. Horse, of course. Can't wait until I build a bridge here. The nice thing about the horse flute that you can make, now that the mod's been updated, it does summon the horse. So if I do fall into a hole in kind of an unrecoverable state, I should be able to just dig myself out and summon my horse out. So that'll be good. So long as Hans is in a close enough to the surface location. I think there's also some red grapes on the way over here. So I need to be looking out for some. This is... What are these? Yeah, red grapes. So... I haven't really been this way since updating my map. Ooh, we got a sentry. Nice. Stop eating berries, Hans. Oh, okay, we got some red grapes here. 6 more seeds. Take that. We really do need to find another copper mine, though. This one we've been using. I mean, it's been lasting us the whole game so far, which has been great. But also, I would like to have a bountiful copper mine. That would be pretty swell. Pretty swell. How long am I streaming for tonight? I don't know. It's kind of a random late night one, honestly. Yeah. Leap. Okay, don't fall in that pit. Ooh, what do we got here? Yeah. Freaking bushes. Pear. Guess I didn't mark this one. We will see how much inventory I have at the end of this to potentially grab some. Grab some to eat. A lot of indigo milk caps too. Mark this for mushrooms. Alright, so the mine should be basically right here. Get out of here, Jeffrey. Is this interesting origin? It is. I like that, you know, ore becomes a location, you know? Rather than just like random little shafts everywhere. Yeah, so this one copper mine has been basically all my copper this game so far. You can just see how much we've stripped out of here. For sure. Now, I didn't bring any support beams, so I'm dumb. But it's definitely a good one, in my opinion. You can see even this copper vein has some native gold mixed into it. In fact, I might just take down this whole section now. So let me see what I can do here. How many ladders did I bring? 23? Guys turned ore generation way down from my testing the spawns way too much. We did turn down ore gen a little bit, yes. But even then, you know, because the deposits are so huge, you're still gonna get in a crazy abundance, yes. I guess I'll save on ladders. But, you know, out of all the places I've prospected so far, right? I haven't prospected like a crazy amount. You know, native copper, out of all those prospects, you know, this is kind of the only grouping that I've seen so far that's good. Why did it sound like someone was jumping around up there? But like I said, I like the bigger shafts that kind of come with this because you can kind of get away with like these cool support beams holding it all up. Now this I think might have been a flume one because of how vertical it is. Jeff playing on the ladders, yeah, no doubt. Just playing some drums over there. I want to bring back enough copper for definitely multiple lanterns. The gold's just extra. Yeah, as long as you're mining down on top of the ore, you're not really at risk of any cave-ins. So when you start mining up into this, like if I found this and I was at like the bottom of the deposit, this would be a very difficult thing to mine out. Very, very difficult. So you'd almost be better to just follow the edge of it, like up to find the top, and then clear it out and down again. Yeah, we got a lot of cool mods on this server. You know, we got, you know, the Art of Growing, which is a great farming mod, in my opinion. But we also have the version that requires you to domesticate crops. So the add-on to it. We got Toolsmith for kind of you blacksmithing, tool making people that enjoy like a good immersive experience with that. My FPS is all over the place all of a sudden. Yeah, they get a little wild, you know. They just get a little wild. Oh, sweet, level 8 in mining. Crystal Seeker. Sure. Yeah, this roof is gonna... If I really want to spend the time to get everything out of this, which I do want to do, just to kind of see at the end of the day what this mine ends up looking like if I full clear it. Yeah, these little nooks are going to be death traps for sure. Alright, I think that's enough for now. Jeff! Where you going, bud? Oh, dick. Yeah! Alright, good. It's still nighttime. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Let's get some of these pears. Now we're over here. Come here, Hans. Come on, buddy. Good boy. Don't mind me, Hans. I'm just going to use it as a ladder. I should probably harvest the branches on this guy. Because a couple of our pear trees didn't grow. So if I can get them replanted and hopefully they stick this time, that would be great. How many branches we got on this thing? Just the one? Well, we might have two. Yep. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I guess harvesting these does kind of sound like off in the distance musket battle going on. Okay, hold on. Go around the big hole here, Hans. Let's go. Come on. Alright, cool. We got some pears. We'll take that. Yep. Oh. Little apple tree. We'll ignore that. Right now we're focused on pears. You know, I want to make some pear brandy, I think. Can we make that? Pear juice. Perry. Vinegar. Pear brandy, yeah. Aged pear brandy. Vintage pear brandy. That's what we need. So we're just gonna juice these when we get home. And just store them and not touch them for like 3 in-game years. And then our red grapes will turn into vintage red wine. Though actually we need to distill it. If we go straight just down the Perry route, strong Perry, fine Perry. Perry, if we go into strong Perry, 1 liter distills to 0.2 liters of pear brandy, so that's a better ratio. If we go to fine Perry, we get a better ratio still. So we got to go fine Perry into pear brandy, and then let that age. That's the most brandy we can get. I also need to make the distillery stuff, which I haven't done either. Hey, it's our home. Look at that. I don't come from this direction very often. So it's definitely cool to see it off in the distance, huh? Yeah, so what I would like to do is to have this nice kind of bridge here as the new way up in there. Glad I can see the windmill from here. Alright, well, let's not get struck by lightning. Squeeze. Hey, James. How's it going, man? Despite the appeal of immersive mod like wood chopping, ore crushing, or near the detail mods such as that, I find it extremely time consuming when racing to beat the prep for. Well, I mean, how many days are you doing? You probably single player. You're doing 9-day months, right? We're on 30-day months, and so it's actually more hard for us to store things long enough, rather than. Not really though, with some mods and how much stuff can get stored for. 30 day. Okay. Just had dinner with mom and brother. Okay, nice. Is there any other pear trees nearby that I have marked out? That's apple. I don't think I've marked out any other pear trees, which is weird considering I've planted so many. Sometimes hiding the terrain makes it a little bit easier. I prefer as much realism to solve a single log. Well, just up the quantity, right? So you can go to the mod config and just up the quantity. So that's what we did. The base quantity per time that you saw, I think is 3, something like that. So you get 3 planks every time it goes through. We have it set to where you get, more, but you don't get more. Like here, like if I saw a log, this does not take very long, especially when you get to iron 2. But like, it's just three slices. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. So you might actually, the default might be 1 plank every slice, and so you have to do it 12 times. And so I times it by, 4, right? So I get 4 planks every slice. Oh, I got 48 boards per logs and 1 plank per slice. It takes a while. Yeah. So if you have 48 boards per log, just set it to where you get maybe 6 boards per slice. Right? That way it's only 8 times that you had to cut through a log. You just might find that, like, while it's still immersive, but not, like, dumb. Because I agree, there's a point where immersiveness kind of becomes way too tedious. For sure. Luckily, my threshold for that is actually pretty high, though, so I tend to just deal. So that's 20 liters of pear juice here, and then we'll move it down. Boom, boom. I need a better cellar, I guess. Because really this would be pear distilled to brandy, right? Install the overhang. Yeah, but that's the entryway. Right. I think when we get to designing the keep, this root cellar, we'll end up having another cellar, you know, underneath the castle and everything. Oh. Which might have like more of a wine cellar look to it. Oh. And a bigger kitchen, for sure. Alright, we're up to 49 red grape seeds. Non-stop work raids. Yeah, I don't have like the fantasy creatures installed on this one. We have people who aren't very comfortable in combat on the server sometimes, so that was cool. You know, so I tend to shy away from over buffing the mobs and stuff. Definitely just have a lot of people who prefer building and the light survival experience, though I'm thinking, you know, next time might be finally when I bite the bullet and get some combat overhaul started. Alright, decent little copper haul. I am really out of storage. This is why we need copper. Need to break these gold chunks down. Let's go plant these 2 branches. Hopefully they keep this time. One. Alright, well, let's test out the garden shed a little bit. Let's go grab our scythe. And finally get rid of some of these crops that have been sitting here ready to seed. Gotta be a little careful with it because of the, you know, I don't want to chop things that are part of decor. That's one downside of how we laid out our farm for sure. All right. So we got, what is this? 96 small. 29 medium and 2 decent. So that'll cover me. So we'll just keep this much. These I could press into seed oil. What do we got here? Just wild variant. Nice. More seed oil. Alright, let's take a look up here. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Nice. Look at all this rot we're getting. That's the great thing about cabbage, guys. If you need rot, grow cabbage. 2 stacks of rot. I feel like some of that's already from... Alright, so we got some medium, wild, small. So we'll just keep 64 small. Turn the rest of these into more seed oil ingredients, I guess. And then let this decompose. Out. Nice, all this grain is gonna go. Plate armor's done, now to save it to make it Templar. Oh, nice. Gonna limit assume seeds upgrade. Yeah, so basically, if you harvest them early, you get the crop. If you let them fully age out, you only get the seeds, but they have a chance to upgrade the quality. So everything starts at wild, and then they work their way up. So if I look at carrot, you can see how small a wild carrot starts, and then as you get better seeds, the carrot gets bigger. Right? But the growth time increases, and then also their temperature tolerance goes down. And then grains, you actually always let get to the final step. And that's when you harvest, but you have to dry them and then thresh them to get the actual grain out. And then flax has even extra steps to deal with how to get the fibers out of the flax grain. Oh, yeah, let me store these. I don't want to squish these. Yeah, so that's why we have, there's also silage for normal grass, right? So if I cut this grass with a knife to get like dry grass, I actually get wet grass. And so I have to make it into a pile and dry it out to get dry grass. And so that's why you see up here some of our straw too. What are these? Wild? Oh, more oil. Boom, boom. Hey man, that sounds like a lot of work. I missed you, John. I missed you. Let's go store some of this upstairs. And then dry grass actually ages out. So you get into aged hay, which lets you make all the aged straw roofs if you want that. Yeah, I'm always excited to see what you guys are doing in the community and building. What if I do some barrel racks up here? For just more composting barrels. I don't know if you can use... I assume you'll be able to use them for composting barrels, but if not, then we will... Alright, let's see if I can put rod in there. May not let me. Nope. So I guess this is really gonna be for liquids only. But I can just have more barrels and do it this way. And then I can just keep some extra racks around. Wait, didn't I? 64, 64, 64. There we go. 4 compost barrels going. Could have even more. I don't know how much compost we're gonna eventually be producing here. Sad there isn't tomatoes. There's a mod for adding, I think, some maize and tomatoes. But I didn't know how it would react to this mod, you know, art of growing. I find that, you know, sometimes you just gotta bite the bullet on, like, you know, when it's too many mod conflicts, gonna be an issue. Can I pull Metropolis rank to get that added? Let me just make sure. Tomato. Oats, cauliflower, beets. Chimeric. 3 sisters. Plants. Combine pumpkin, corn, and any bean. So this adds more beans. Oh no, it adds potato, bell pepper, tomato, cauliflower, and beet. It is not really in a stable state, I don't think, right now. According to Silent, there are never enough mods. This is true, so long as you can actually still play the game. These onions, man, they take forever. Okay, we're starting to get some immature ones. When I learn some better mage spells, I'll be able to just, like, magically grow these crops, too. Which is an amazing, amazing thing. Okay, well, I think that's all I had time for today, guys. You know, I started pretty late. It's still a work week. Still working on some projects and things, so probably no stream tomorrow or anything like that. But I'll definitely be around this weekend to play a little bit. Some things that we will be working on, you know, just kind of touching up the little garden shed here and there. I do need to finish up the entryway here and the path down now from the mill again. And then continue working on the orchard, try and get enough red grapes to plant on this slope here for a vineyard. And after that's done, we can work on our stables. It's going to be sitting up here. Though, I might hold off on the stables. Honestly, I might temporarily move a pen over here and give it a little roof, just as a temp move to get the horse out of the way. I might start working on the castle layout first, because I need to get a second bailey, an inner bailey in here, and then lay out, you know, kind of, I want a modest keep, I think, and maybe a Lord Refuge tower, maybe a couple large defensive towers, And then we'll try and find a spot with the stables, I think either inside the inner bailey or just hooked, kind of attached onto the inner bailey wall. Don't know. But we'll see how that works out for us. And I still need to slowly work on the windmill. Lots to build still in our little area. So let me send you guys somewhere else here for the evening to enjoy the good old YouTube stuff. Go say hi to Lumberjack Samurai, though he might be playing with Dirty, might not be playing with Dirty. I don't know. Give Lumberjack an ooh-woo, and you guys have a great rest of your week.